Hey guys, it's Martin. Today on Peak Your Mind, we're doing some more Hump Day Q&A, and today's video is actually kind of in response to last week's video. Last week we were talking about, are you too young to make your goals and your dreams happen? And a lot of people commented here and on Instagram that weren't really worried about being too young, but about being too old. And it's like, and that's exactly what I want to talk about that I forgot to in the last video, which is that it can be such a double-edged sword. At a certain point, it's like, okay, I'm too young, I can't do this, but now I'm too old, and it's like, where's that sweet spot, and how long does it really last? And it's such like a limited way of living that like, oh, only at this certain age, then you can do this stuff. Because you look at Morgan Freeman, for example. Morgan Freeman didn't start acting until he was 34. He didn't really break out until he was 50, and now he plays the voice of God. I mean, Morgan Freeman is like, yes, I'm Morgan Freeman. That's the worst impression ever, I'm sorry. Or you look at Alan Rickman, the guy who plays Snape. He had like a graphic design company, and he was in his 30s or 40s, and he was like, dude, I'm over this. I love acting, that's what I want to do. And he didn't break out until he was in his 40s. Or Vera Wang. Vera Wang didn't design a bridal gown until she was in her 40s, and now she's killing it. Or John Pemberton. If you ever, I didn't know who he was, I didn't recognize the name, but this is the guy who invented Coke, and he didn't, not Coke, but like Coca-Cola, and he didn't do it until he's 55, and he actually died later that year. And you don't have to wait until the end of your life to make your goals and your dreams happen, but the point is that you can make it happen at any time. You're not limited to a certain space to take your goals and take your dreams and make it happen. And true story, last weekend was dope, or I think it was the weekend before. I got to meet George freaking Clooney, and it was sick, and we got to interview him, and the guy was like 2 feet away from us, and you could actually feel his confidence and his charisma and his coolness, and I was like, this dude is legit. I need to go like look up more on him and learn more about him. And so I went home that night and I looked up like all these interviews, and I came across one that was really cool, and he was talking about failing, he was talking about succeeding, and he said early on in his career when he was going to auditions and he was sucking at it and he was sucking at auditions, he wasn't really getting jobs, he was going into auditions with this mentality like, man, I hope I don't screw this up, I hope I don't suck. And it wasn't until he changed that mentality and he started to go into these auditions with this faith and belief in himself of, I am the answer to their problem. And if you study success, you study successful people, or people you look up to, you start to see this kind of common thread. And it's like this moment where they wake up and they stop letting their fear hold them back. And it doesn't mean they weren't scared, they just did it afraid. And they stopped subscribing to the ideas of, oh, when you're this age, you should be doing this, or this is the sensible thing to do. And they just started to listen to their heart, as cheesy as that sounds, and went after what they're really passionate about, what they really wanted to do. And it's that kind of determination and faith and belief, and obviously the strategies that we talked about last time, but it's just this like mentality, this idea that I'm gonna make this my reality no matter what. And that's what I want to talk to you about, guys. That's what I want to address really quick, because I love you guys and I feel like we're a family, and I really do want us all to succeed and crush it. So that's today's Hump Day Q&A. If you have any other questions you have an answer for another Hump Day Q&A, comment below. I love getting your questions. I love that we can talk about this kind of stuff, and I hope you have an amazing day. See you guys.